Hello everyone, this is David Vibes again. Welcome to my channel. I'm posting a video of how to solo Crota's End as a Warlock Sun Singer. I haven't tried it as a Void Walker. I'm doing it for my Dad's a Destiny 360 group. A lot of the guys want to see how I solo the lamp. Solo the lamp, solo the bridge, solo the Death Singer, and then solo Crota. It's something that I've been working on for a few weeks, testing 5 different strategies, and finally arrived at one that I feel comfortable about, that I actually haven't seen videos of, and I think that is more doable for most people. So as you can see, I'm using Heart of Praxic Fire. I start off with solar grenades. You'll see why. I will switch to fusion grenades. I don't have Fireborn. I'm focused on making sure Radiance decreases damage. And I don't need to worry about reviving. I'm not going to shoot the Oversoul. It's a waste as a solo player, in my opinion. So obviously, Flame Shield. I want to hit them with a melee and get an extra shield, especially with Thrall in the pit. And then I do want Gift of the Sun with 2 grenades. I've tried it with the grenades that cause damage over time and ignite them, but it really makes sense. So here's what I do with the solar grenade. I throw it on one side and then help to pick off more enemies. Just anything to clear them out quicker. For me, I think that just makes sense. You could stand up and shoot them, but I'm playing it safe. I think it's always best to play it safe if you can. So nice little spot. Turn here. I have 2 grenades. I don't need to wait for my grenades to come back. I can just throw another one and get them to move and have some fun. So I'm using a Fatebringer. Firefly perk helps to clear out some of the trash with the explosions. And then a Black Hammer, and I do have my Yellow Horn, which as you can see is empty. So if they don't drop heavy, I will need to pop a synth and then worry about the cooldown. But I always wait to see if I get heavy before popping a synth. I need 2 rockets as a 32 from a Yellow Horn to get Crota to kneel. So it's always important to count and make sure you have the right amount of rockets. But this is it. It's something that is a lot easier than most people realize. It comes down to 1, where you hide, number 2, timing, and number 3, there has to be some luck. There are times where Crota just hides from you when you get outside on the rock, and we know the Swordbearer literally. I think Bungie changed its programming, but he now likes to run to the ogre room sometimes, the left ogre room, looking at Crota. But he can be a real pain, as we all know. So I stop here before exiting, because the timer won't start until I leave the door and the boomers won't come out. I switch to fusion grenades, and I stay with Gift of the Sun because 3 fusion grenades as a 32 will take down the sword bearer. So if I have 2, I can hit him with 2, and then I can always snipe him in his head or shoot him and to take him down if I don't have radiance. So as you can see, I jump right over to here. When I get near to the chalice, I press A to drop down quicker. Sometimes the Swordbearer comes out first, sometimes Thrall and a Cursed Thrall come out, so all about timing. But pretty safe there. I use my grenades to take him down real easily. Jump on the rock and I stand. If you crouch, Crota usually moves to the right. So 2 rockets, jump up, 3 slams, 1, 2, 3, right trigger, and then jump back. It takes a lot of practice to get on this rock. Crouch now because you have to reload, and Crota will shoot you if you are standing. 2 rockets away, jump up. I want to get at least 1 slam, so I get in 2 and I get away. The reason I need to at least get 1 slam, and you do want 2 downs, is that it takes 11 slams as a 32 to kill Crota. So if you can get 4 or 5 on the first sword, 4 or 5 on the second sword, it leaves him 1 down for the final sword. So if you do 4 and 4, if you want to be super safe, 2 and 2 on each sword, so 2 per down, you're going to be at 8. Then you need to down him twice again, 2 slams and then 1. Or make it much easier on yourself, get in 3 the first time, get in 2 the second time. I've not been able to get in 3 for the second down yet, and that's mainly because the sword runs out by the time I get out there. It just takes too long for you to reload the rocket. And so 5 and 5, that's 10. 1 more slam. Worst case, you probably get 3 or 4 on the second sword. You'll get him on the third sword. You should. If you're not getting him on the third sword, you're going to be in trouble because rotation is going to probably lead to ogres after the third sword, which we're not used to. As you can see, I'm here now clearing thrall because I want to actually build my super. I don't care if they come inside, they won't come all the way to this black crystal, but you have to also be careful and watch your radar. Don't just stay aiming down sights, because there are two doors in there that thrall will come from. So as you can see, I'm now taking down the sword bearer because Crota rotated back. I aggroed the sword bearer to keep him close to me, as we all know. So there it is. 2 sniper shots after 2 grenades because my super wasn't built. They dropped heavy for me, so that was nice. And get up there. I'm going to hit Crota. 1, 2. Wolfpack rounds bring him down, and I run 1, 2, 3 slams. Get out. I don't turn the camera. I just jump backwards and fly. Where as you can see, I fell off the rock. And so now Crota has moved because I was crouched, but he came back out. So I'm going to try and see how many slams I can get, but at least 1. He was far away, I just took the 1. I know I don't need to get too many, because the third sword, I can get in another 5 if I need. So, don't risk it. That's the biggest thing in this game, is not taking risks on the raid if you don't have to. So that's fine. I now have 9 slams on him already. Or 8 slams in some cases, but by this point you want to have at least 8, so that the next down you can get 3 on the first one, or you can down him twice. So for the ogres, we know this from hard mode, the strategy is to kill the ogre in the room. So I'm staying in the room. I use 1 rocket. I don't like wasting rockets on ogres, so I'm going to actually snipe him. So I'm using the crystal for line of sight, and I'm going to get critical shots. If you're not comfortable getting crit shots at this distance from the ogre, it takes some practice, then fine, use rockets. You can even radiance and kill him with grenades. I've done that before, but then I have to rebuild my super to kill the sword bear. There's no rush to kill the ogres. Crota is going to rotate from right back to center, and then you're going to want to let him rotate left, and then rotate back center, and then attack him in the center. So there's no rush to kill him. I've now killed him, grabbed the heavy. Thankfully I dropped heavy, so I didn't need to pop a synth. I only need 4 rockets to bring Crota down twice. And then at this point is now watching for when the sword bearer comes out. You need to make sure you aggro him when he comes out. You don't want him too far away from you when Crota rotates. Jump in, because we're going to be getting closer to enrage. So there's a sword bearer. My super is up, so I'll be able to take him down really easily. And there I use a flame shield just because I haven't used my melee the whole game. And aggro the sword bearer. I'm actually trying to bring him into the room. If I get him close enough, I can turn right. And there was a shot from Crota. So you could kill him right now and then go after Crota, but Crota is so close to moving. I think it's a waste. I think it's better to just be patient, relax, and just wait and get the sword bearer into the room. He's in position. I can easily look and see Crota at the top of my screen when he rotates left. Wait a minute, he'll rotate back right, and then I take him down pretty easily, long before enrage ever pops up. But patience is one of the most important things you can have in this game. You don't have to rush anything. Timers are your friend. So I'm dancing, no, I'm sitting, partly because I just want to keep checking on the sword bearer and make sure it's there, even though the radar shows that an enemy is there. I just want to make sure the sword bearer is sitting exactly where I want him inside the room. So as soon as I see Crota walking across in my screen, I'm going to just pop radiance and start grenading this guy. 3 grenades, and grab the sword, take down Crota. This is, I'll be honest, it's taken me many hours, about 10 hours to figure out different strategies and then practice this one. It doesn't always go smooth. In fact, this is one of the smoothest runs. I did this in 1 shot. But everything takes practice. So that's it. 2 shots. I'm going to go 1, 2, and kill him. That was it. So that is how I solo Crota as a Warlock, as a Sun Singer. I don't even think I'm going to try it as a Void Walker. Just to prove that I was by myself, I'll just show you my fire team.